Hey everyone, welcome to the video. I hope you guys are all doing well. Today we are looking at the 1998 Camera Fun Polly Pocket Compact. This is a fun little compact because obviously it looks like a camera. This was actually in a line of compacts that came out in '98 called Hot Stuff. You could either get this camera or a cell phone, a flashlight, or a CD player. And there were a couple of variations with like the flashlight, and even this set had a variation as well. So just looking at it, it looks like a purple camera that you would have used back in the day. It's a little beat up. Some of the paint is chipping, but that's okay. We have the Polly Pocket logo here. This still has Bluebird on the back, but it is starting to look very Mattel at this point in '98. So on the top, we see a yellow button. That would be to take the picture. Of course, this doesn't actually take pictures. Here we see a battery symbol, just some camera symbols here. In the back, you have this little clear piece here that you would obviously look through if you were taking a picture. Now what's really cool is that you can actually slide this open to reveal what looks like a real camera. When I saw this set, it was complete and they were asking $15. I just immediately bought it. I didn't even ask if the lights worked because I knew there are lights, but I've never known this set to not have working lights, unlike some Polly Pocket sets. Starbright Dinner Party. So every time I've seen this set listed, the lights always work, so I didn't really worry about it. I figured they probably worked, so when I got it, I put some batteries in it, and if we press this button, the flash works. How cool is that? It actually looks like a real camera taking pictures. That is awesome. And of course you can close this back up and that goes down. Just think this is really neat. I think they disguised this as a compact really well. Other than the little closing clasp here, I mean, this hinge would be where you would open this up to put in film. I think this looks really cool and fairly believable as a real camera. As you can see, maybe kind of, this is a wedding. We're at a wedding ceremony. There's not a whole lot going on, obviously, but I really like these sets. I really like these simpler sets, honestly. After having so many modern Polly Pocket sets that have so many pieces, it's kind of nice to go back to the simpler sets where you don't have so many pieces to store and you can just open up a set and immediately start playing with it. I really like that. So if we start over here on this side of the compact, this is obviously where the ceremony is taking place. We would start here. You can see the walls of probably the chapel or church. You can see the brick walls and there's flowers next to these pretty windows. We have some stone steps going down, some grass on either side, and the bride would walk in here. Let's turn it around so we can get a look. We see some flowers over there on the other side of the window. And over here we have a book where you would sign your name when you come to the wedding. Moving down, we have some pews, white pews. We see some, ooh, I don't know what you would call those, whatever's sitting there on the chair. I don't know what that would be. Do they hand out things like that at weddings, like a piece of paper, like with information and stuff? I don't know what you would call that. I wouldn't think people were bringing their invitations to the wedding, but in any case, they are pink and looks like they have a flower on them. I think this is some sort of podium, I guess, where someone would stand and speak. If this was like a church, that would make sense. Not so much for a wedding, perhaps, unless maybe the person playing music would stand there? I really don't know. This is the eyepiece that you would look through. If this were a real camera, that is why that is clear. Now here we have two spots for characters to stand because this is late 90s, early 2000s type of Polly where they fit on these round pegs instead of having holes in the playset that they stand in. Here we have a piano to the side. We have a little bench here, probably where they would kneel down during the ceremony. See some papers, I guess, a pen, some flowers on this table here. Over here is probably, what do we think that is? A candle, perhaps? Maybe. And some more flowers here. Not a whole lot going on. As I said, this is a very simple, sweet ceremony. Not very many people coming to the ceremony, but you know what? That's fine. You don't need a whole lot of people at your ceremony to have a good time. So if we move out of this area and go across this white bridge, it goes over a little pond or stream. We see more grass and purple flowers and green fish. Still looks a little dirty. I can't really clean a sticker, so not much I could do about that. Now when you get over the bridge, you come to the reception area. This is where they're hanging out after the wedding to eat cake, and we do see this table in the middle. We see presents and a wedding cake. Very cute. It looks very pretty. And that actually lifts out because this is where you take out this screw and this is where the batteries are. Over here we have another spot for a character to stand, and here we have this spot. This is where the flash actually shows through on the other side, as you can see right there. That is where the light is. So again, there's not too much going on. It's very simple, but I really quite like it. So now that we've looked at the set, let's look at the characters. So first we have our bride. This is Lila. She has a silver tiara in her hair, silver earrings, a silver necklace. She's carrying probably pink roses. She has on, of course, a wedding dress and long white gloves. On the back she has a purple bow. Very cute. These do bend just like the typical Polly characters, but again, their bottoms are just a little bit different the way they stand in the sets. And of course, Lila has to have a partner to marry. This is Rick. He is wearing a tuxedo. He has that same pinkish red rose on his lapel. He looks very dashing, definitely ready to get married. And every bride has to have a maid of honor, and every maid of honor seems to be Polly. As we know, Polly doesn't seem to get married very often, if at all, in the Polly Pocket sets. She is always a bridesmaid or a maid of honor. Here she is seen with her hair up in a high ponytail. She is carrying some yellow flowers, and she is wearing a pink salmon-y colored dress with a purple bow in the back. Now this is the only non-human figure we get with this set. It is a camera on a tripod. You get a lot of cameras in Polly Pocket sets. Even today you still get a lot of cameras on tripods. But this one looks really good. It has a handle here. You can turn the camera around. The tripod is really nice, and it has this odd little clear bit in the middle. And why that is there is because, if you remember that little spot right there where you can see the flash through it, if you fit that into the hole like that. We also, on top of the camera, have a little clear bit right there on top. So if you press the button on the top of the camera, the light of the flash goes through the playset into the little camera on the tripod, so it looks like it has a flash as well. So how cute is that? Polly can stand here and she can take pictures of her friends getting married. So there you go, guys. That was the 1998 Camera Fun Polly Pocket Compact. I really enjoy this set. I'm happy to have this in my collection. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.